Today on Judge Faith. To her, the loan and relationship were no laughing matter.
When he had borrowed money, I had said, you know, if it ever comes to a point where we break up, you owe me money, I will take you to court.
But he thinks there's some tricky business.
She put some voodoo on me, I know it. I think she got a voodoo doll of coal black and sprinkled some dust on it, because I don't know how I stayed in this mess this long.
But Judge Faith has some salve for the hurt.
I want today, these tears today, to be the last time you cry tears over him.
Faith Jenkins. Her distinguished legal career began when she graduated first in her law school class. She quickly became a tough New York City prosecutor, and then a preeminent legal analyst on cable news. And now she's the judge in her own courtroom. Her cases are real, and her rulings are final. She is Judge Faith. Plaintiff Jamie Gregory is suing her former boyfriend for $4,919 for unpaid loans and bills. Defendant Coal Black Gillis is countersuing for $4,500 for defamation and harassment.
Remain seated and come to order. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Your Honor, we have Gregory versus Gillis.
Thank you, Barbara. Jamie Gregory?
Yes.
You are suing the defendant, Coal Black Gillis, for $4,919 for unpaid loans and bills.
Yes.
And you are countersuing, sir, for $4,500 for defamation and harassment?
Yes.
So as I read both of your papers, and as I understand it, the two of you were involved in a long-term relationship that lasted...
Too long.
I'm sorry?
Too long of a relationship.
I read your papers, and I understand that the two of you were involved in a long-term relationship for a number of years, Ms. Gregory, and you say over the course of those years, you loaned the defendant money, and he didn't pay you back for some of those loans. So why don't we start from the very beginning, and you tell me how the two of you met and how the relationship started.
We met through mutual friends, and that's pretty much how the relationship started.
When was that?
It was in 2010.
And how long after the two of you met did you start dating, sir?
First of all, we didn't meet and just start dating. She pursued me for 3 months before I even knew who she was, because she saw a picture of me at a friend's house when she went to Vegas to visit and said, ooh, I want to meet him. My friend said, oh, you don't want to meet him. He's a comedian, he travels, you don't want to meet him. But she insisted. And then she came around, kept coming around, but I ain't into blondes, so I wasn't interested in her.
Well, but you dated her for 5 years, so you must be into something,
She
right?
put some voodoo on me, I know it. I think she got a voodoo doll of coal black and sprinkled some dust on it, because I don't know how I stayed in this mess this long.
You say you're a comedian? You say you're a comedian, sir?
Yes.
Okay, so you think you're gonna have some jokes today? Is that what it is?
I'm not trying to tell no jokes. I'm just trying to tell the truth.
Okay. And so how long after the two of you met did you actually get into a serious relationship with him?
I would say probably about 6-8 months into it.
What issues do you say began to arise in the relationship?
A lot of it was, did I trust him? And with him being a comedian, he travels all the time. There's females that do a little bit too much. When I would be there, they would do a little bit too much with me being present. So, of course, my mind started thinking, what is he really doing when I'm not there? And so...
Right, but I guess when someone's in the limelight, that kind of goes with the territory, right? But you had an issue with that?
It's very hard to be with an entertainer, pretty much. I
would say that's probably a very true statement. Most people who've dated entertainers would probably agree with that. So after you notice these things, because I see here you're suing for loans that go back, you say they're loans that go back several years. What, you made the decision to try to stick it out?
Well, and it was more or less like, I felt like I get in a relationship, I'm not getting in a relationship to end up breaking up with somebody. And when he had borrowed money, it was like, I had told him in the promissory notes, I had said, you know, if it ever comes to a point where we break up, you owe me money, I will take you to court. And I told him this.
I never borrowed money from her.
So what about the promissory note she says she has?
If she has a promissory note, it's fake.
So you're saying you never signed promissory notes?
I never ever signed anything saying that I was going to pay her back for anything because I never borrowed anything from her. Not only that, when she said I was always gone, she was always with me. I could leave the hotel room to go get a bucket of ice and come back. She'd be like, why was you gone for 12.5 minutes? I'm like, girl, I had to get some ice. It was all the way down at the hall. Well, it doesn't take that long to get ice. She would accuse me of getting it on with like a maid or something. Everything. Every time.
You cheated multiple times.
What? She's full of poop. I never.
Barbara, would you show these to
Oops, my bad.
Mr.
She's full of stuff, though. I've never ever cheated in our relationship. No,
is that your signature?
That is not my signature because I wouldn't sign something like that. That's a good forgery. That's what that is. I would never sign a promissory note saying I owe her that kind of money when I don't owe her that kind of money. Any money that she spent whenever we were together,
ma'am, did you forge your signature?
She got it back.
No.
Okay, and when I look at these promissory notes, I mean, it's not like these are for $5,000. One is for $527.40, and the other one is for $1,300. It details $40 for expenses for a show, $237.40 for a plane ticket, $250 for a comedy competition. This is from 2011. I just find it hard to believe that someone, if they were going to come up with a promissory note, would come up with something that only equals $527.40 and has this specific breakdown. Okay. So you're saying she forged your signature?
Absolutely, because I would not sign that. Anytime there was any expenses, I always paid cash. Every single time. There was plenty of things I did for her and I paid for and took her shopping. I never kept the receipts and said, just in case we break up, I'm gonna keep these receipts. You know what? You're full of stuff. That's the best way I can say it.
That
you gotta
outfit
stop.
you have on today.
You also have.
You did not buy this. I bought this suit. You stole this shirt. She's right about that. She stole the shirt from JCPenney's. Yeah.
No.
Let's
so you're wearing
real.
stolen merchandise.
See, I found that out after the fact, though. And it's a good
I don't
color,
care
though.
when you found out.
It's
I'm saying your knowledge now is you're saying she stole a shirt. I'm not saying you stole the shirt, but you're saying she stole the shirt.
Stole the shirt.
So I'm saying then you're in possession of stolen merchandise.
Well, not
okay.
anymore.
So should I have Barbara make a phone call?
No, Barbara.
Okay.
Please don't call nobody. She stole the shirt.
Coming up on Judge Faith, the accusations get even stranger.
She has a fake Facebook page she made to spy on me.
Did you do that?
No.
He's fake.
No.
She said, no, he's real. You met him. I'm like, I have not met any of your imaginary friends.
You met him.
Plaintiff Jamie Gregory is suing her former boyfriend for unpaid loans and bills. Defendant Colblack Gillis says he never borrowed any money from her and owes nothing.
Why did the two of you break up?
He started speaking to a female, which he always does, and he'll start speaking to them while we're still together, and then I'll find out about it, and then it's like, here you go again. Because he's done it
how you doing?
4
I'm getting
times.
at you right now.
Well, okay, so what do you mean by speaking to a female?
Starting something new, starting a relationship, and so I'll confront him about it, asking him, you know, what's going on. It's always, you're assuming too much, you're assuming too much. But with every other female, it was, oh, he was talking to you and me at the same time. And I don't want to do that to myself or my kids
How are you
anymore.
having these conversations with other women about him?
There was either times that they contacted me and there was times I contacted them.
How were you able to contact them?
Your Honor, I have evidence to show that she was the person who would contact other people. I broke up with her in May.
It's me.
When I started dating and going out and she saw pictures by way of her face, she has a fake Facebook page she made to spy on me.
Did you do that?
No.
Oh, she does. I got the proof here too. Here's her fake Facebook guy.
Would you hand me what he wants me to see, Barbara?
She made this up.
How do you know she made up a fake Facebook profile?
This is how I knew, because a long time ago she broke into my emails, my Yahoo email account.
Did you do that?
I went into his emails, yes.
Okay.
I can't believe she admitted it.
Go ahead.
She went in my email account and deleted all my contacts and all the emails.
I didn't do that.
The reason I know she did it, because the time that she was logged in on the login log, it was her IP address. I knew her IP address because...
When was this?
This was 3 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, we broke up over it, but then she cried and she came and pleaded and said she wouldn't do it no more. And she put the sprinkle of that dust on me and got me again. So I came, she did. She got, I'm telling you, she got some sprinkles.
Why do you think she created this page,
Because the IP
Mike?
address was the same, it was the same IP address on her cell phone. Just recently, she did this guy on Facebook, the
Mike.
fake guy.
No.
Yeah, he's fake.
No.
And she says he lives somewhere in Southern California, but the message was sent from her cell phone IP address. She said, no, he's real, you met him. I'm like, I have not met any of your imaginary friends.
You met him
How long did the two of you date total?
almost
dated-
5 years.
Almost 5
Yeah,
years. So
off and
here's
on
what
for 4.5
Mike
years.
writes on August 22nd. I am so sickened at the way that someone can be with someone for 5 years of their life and be so dishonest and disloyal.
See,
Are you
that's
Mike?
slanderous.
No.
I was not dishonest, and I definitely wasn't disloyal. She didn't break up with me.
You-
I broke
Do you
up
know
with
who
her.
Mike is?
Yes.
Who is he?
You've met him.
How you gonna say I met somebody I've never seen? He's not even real.
So do you think it's a coincidence that on August 22nd, Mike writes on Facebook that he's sick and tired of being with someone for almost 5 years of their life and they're being dishonest and disloyal, and you've described to me in court today dating him for almost 5 years and the number of trust issues the two of you've had?
Yeah.
Well,
he,
you're right.
He spoke about the truth about him.
Let me get to the second part of your lawsuit, which is defamation of character. What is that about?
Because of what he put on Facebook, he sat there and said, she's crazy, she's psycho. And then people are chiming in on it.
But she's showing how crazy she is.
Stop. And you're saying these are the defendant's Facebook posts?
Yes.
Okay. You guys just broke up in March. This is amazing because all of these accusations that you're making are from the past several years, and it seems like this is a really dysfunctional relationship that lasted
Very
way too long.
toxic.
Oh, too long. The Mike thing was from just recently, though. And so is this letter, and so are these ones.
Let me see.
She's been bothering me.
I mean, how old are you, sir? 40 years old? You're 34. Why are you all putting all of these things? I mean, this is teenagers write stuff like this on their
Yes.
Facebook walls. Why are you all writing all this stuff on Facebook? Why are you
I
putting? No, why are you airing? Because I'm always amazed when I get on Facebook and people are airing all their dirty laundry. Why are you all doing this?
I didn't air all the dirty laundry.
Oh no, you aired the dirty laundry. You aired a lot of it
Can
from
I
what
see
I'm
those
reading.
pictures? Because she probably faked those too.
You called her the B word. You put her name out there.
Ooh.
What is this that you're showing me?
I'm showing you, I met somebody, we went out on a date. She saw the pictures by way of one of her fake profiles on my page because I have her blocked. She's been blocked
Friends
for like
of our
3 years.
friends.
And she was still your girlfriend after you blocked her.
Yeah.
So you're saying that this is a message. Wow, this is.
This the message she sent to a lady that I was just dating. We hadn't hooked up yet. We just went out on a date together.
What was this message sent on Facebook?
Yeah, she sent it
I
by
sent
way
it
of
personally
Facebook.
to her because he's done this 4 different times
It's
before
not-
that, where he, like I said, he will start something with somebody, he turns around and will see them, but then turn around and come back to me because, like, last night he called me to go to dinner. This last
She
week
called
he
me.
met up with
She
me,
called me.
was like, kiss me, hug me, I want to feel on you. Then the week before that, it was, hey, let's go out of town together overnight. Bring clothes, a fresh pair of underwear, and a toothbrush.
Man, I had my other girlfriend with me. I wouldn't ask her to come. Not my other, like she's my girlfriend. The new girl. That's what I mean.
Next on Judge Faith, the defendant's damages determined.
Harassment is not just an act, it's I've been damaged. Because
Stress.
now when I see
I look
you,
5 years older.
you gotta stop.
And I gained weight too because of her harassment.
And okay, so go get a gym membership and you can deal with that on your own.
Plaintiff Jamie Gregory is suing her former boyfriend for defamation and unpaid loans. Defendant Colblack Gillis is countersuing for defamation and harassment.
Why did you decide to email this woman a message on Facebook?
Because he's done this before. And
Was he your boyfriend at the time?
we just had broke up a week before that.
Okay, so the two of you broke up. This is someone you think likes him or he likes her, and so you want to email her a 6-page note.
It wasn't 6 pages.
Let's look at it on flat screen, because I want you to see what I'm talking about here. This is your message.
Yeah, and I sent her a long message explaining.
She sent a lot of women messages like that.
How many women have you emailed with messages like this?
The other ones that he's done this with?
How many? I'm just asking you approximately.
3. But they've also contacted me and had said, I wish that I would have known and listened to you, because come to find out, he does play these games.
That's never happened.
If you look
So
at
do you
the
think
call
it's your
logs,
duty, ma'am, do you think it's your duty to go out and warn the rest of the women of the world through Facebook that he's no good?
No.
Let's just be real here. It's not about you wanting to warn them. This is not healthy. This is not conducive to you moving on. But this is your way of dealing with it. And this is your way of staying connected to him. And if a man doesn't want you, you shouldn't want him.
Because he still denies
And those
it.
tears in your eyes, I want today, these tears today, to be the last time you cry tears over him. Get it out your system. Barbara, give her a tissue.
She could turn it on and off anytime. It's the truth. That's how I kept going back, because I fell for it every single time.
You're not even that funny.
I'm not trying to be funny. That's the truth.
You are no innocent party here. So you have to
Look,
stop.
not only
You
that-
said, the two of you, I absolutely believe her when you say you're suing for harassment. I absolutely believe her when she says you've been calling. As a matter of
And I
fact,
have the call logs that show that.
As a matter of
Call
fact-
log. I haven't been calling. I
And the
spammed her and
text.
blocked her.
And the texts that are showing the back and forth games that he plays.
I don't play any games with her. I tell her, leave me the hell alone.
okay,
Period.
so
Stop
let's
calling.
see.
Can we
Let's look at the
work that
call
out?
log.
Okay, let me show you her call log.
No, I'm dealing with your counterclaim right
Okay.
now for harassment, and you saying you've been, because harassment is not just an act, it's I've been damaged. And here's what I see here, because
Stress.
now when I see
I look
you,
5 years older.
you gotta stop.
And I gained weight, too, because of her harassment. I be having to eat my troubles away.
And okay, so go get a gym membership, and you can deal with that on your own.
You want to pay for that?
No. I'm
So
not
now
paying
I
for
have
anything.
all of these incoming calls from you to her phone as recent as August. 15 calls at least, I'm counting. One call you made to her lasted an hour. Your counterclaim for harassment is dismissed.
And now, Judge Faith rules.
From what I've read, you sound like you might be Mike. Okay? I don't know for sure. But if you are, I need you to stop. And if you are not, I need you to tell Mike to stop.
Yeah.
Okay? Because we got to put an end to this. I believe that these promissory notes are authentic. I do not believe she forged your signature.
real.
And I am ordering you to pay her the amount of the promissory notes. The rest of the list of items you have here, I'm not going to get involved in the giving and taking that's taken place over 5 years in this relationship. You're not going to get all of that back. But what you can get back, let me tell you, and it can start today, is your self-respect and your dignity. And the only way you can do that is when you walk out those doors today, don't look back. There's only one way to go, and that's
Yeah, I agree with
$1,827.40 and your court fees. I'm ordering you to pay her. Judgment for the plaintiff.
And that's some boo-boo. You know I don't owe you no money.
Hold on 1 minute, sir. Thank you. Go ahead and head on out.
If you or someone you know has a dispute, don't take the law into your own hands. Let Judge Faith rule on it for you. To submit your case, go to judgefaith.com and tell us your story. See you in court.